I heard the sentence before I understood it. Her voice, bright and careless, floated across the living room. "Don't worry, Mom, I'm just having fun. I'd never actually get pregnant for a mechanic. He's just my test run husband." She laughed. Her mother laughed. And I didn't. I stood in the background of that FaceTime call, my hands still dirty from tuning the car she claimed she loved me for. The wrench slipped from my grip and hit the toolbox with a heavy metallic thud. She didn't turn, didn't flinch, didn't remember I existed. So I did the quietest thing I've ever done. I packed my tools, zipped the bag, opened the door, and left. When we first met, she said she admired men who worked with their hands, said it made her feel safe. That word stuck to me. I carried it like a badge. I mistook admiration for affection. I mistook dependence for devotion. She told me she loved the way I solved problems without yelling. I loved the way she pretended to mean it. Back then, I believed people were mostly honest. Back then, she kept both hands on my arm when we walked. Back then, she kissed me like she saw a future. It's strange how the past keeps its glow long after the bulb burns out. The first sign wasn't a message, it was silence. Her phone started staying face down. Her smile started feeling rented, not lived in. She forgot inside jokes, but remembered every detail about a coworker she claimed barely mattered. I didn't confront her, didn't explode, didn't accuse. Instead, I paid attention. When people lie, they always forget one thing. They're not the only ones capable of noticing patterns. So I let the pieces fall. A late-night call she took in the hallway. A receipt for a girls' night that included one meal, one drink. A sudden interest in gym clothes she didn't wear. I didn't need to catch her in the act, I just needed to understand who she really was. And that understanding came on that FaceTime call, served cold, casual, and with a laugh. I didn't shout, didn't break anything, didn't demand explanations she'd only lie through. I sat in my truck, toolbox beside me, and breathed once. Just once. The kind of breath where a man decides what part of himself he's keeping and what part he's burning away. Revenge isn't rage. Rage is loud, sloppy, detectable. Revenge is preparation. Revenge is silence. I opened my glove compartment, pulled out the folder she didn't know existed. Bank statements, agreements, proof of every deposit I'd made for us, for her mother. The mother who called me every Friday to make sure her allowance hit her account on time. Suddenly, I felt very done financing people who couldn't spell loyalty. Step 1, freeze the joint account. Step 2, pull all automatic transfers, including the one to her mother. Step 3, remove myself from the lease she refused to put her name on. Step 4, take back the car that was legally mine, the one she insisted belonged to both of us. Step 5, speak to a lawyer, not a friend. Every move quiet, every move clean. She always bragged she could read me. Turns out she'd only mastered the cover page. While she was out with friends, I was moving the foundation she stood on. While she laughed on calls, I was removing for safety nets with polite signatures and calm instructions. Revenge doesn't need noise. It needs precision. She found me 2 days later, sitting on the porch of the house she no longer had a claim to. Her voice cracked. Why is everything shut down? Why is Mom calling me crying? Why did the landlord say you moved out? What's happening?" I looked at her the way a mechanic looks at a car that's been wrecked beyond repair. Not angry, just done, investing hope. "You called me a test run," I said. "So I ended the test." She blinked like she was seeing me for the first time. Not as a convenience, not as a wallet. As a man who wasn't hers anymore. "You didn't even talk to me," she whispered. "You weren't talking to me either," I replied. "Just about me." Her phone kept buzzing, her mother, again and again. Her hands shook. Mine didn't. I walked past her, toolbox in hand. Same bag I'd carried out that night. Same tools. Different man. Revenge didn't feel explosive or wild. It felt like alignment. Like putting a final piece into an engine and hearing it hum exactly as it should. As I reached my truck, she finally said the words she should have said years earlier. "I didn't think you'd leave." I looked back one last time. "That," I said, "was your first mistake." Then I drove away, not escaping, not wounded, but free. And some engines, once rebuilt, never stall again.